Hey, it's Butch Lieber with another Cromford training video. Today's video is on the Cromford Index. What is it and how do you use it and why is it important? So everything about Cromford deals with supply and demand. The Cromford Market Index is an indicator created by Michael Orr that uses a large amount of data over a large amount of time to come up with a number that indicates the balance between supply and demand. And it's adjusted for seasonal effects. On the home page of the Cromford report is the Cromford Market Index. If you scroll down, you may have to activate Flash to be able to see it. When I'm filming this video, you can see the Cromford Market Index is at 254.9, which is super high. The index number of 100 is a balanced market. In a balanced market, prices are stable. They appreciate at the normal rate of inflation of about 2 to 3%. And a balanced market can be high volume, which we love because then we're doing lots of transactions, or it can be low volume, which we don't love so much. But the buyers and sellers don't notice a difference whether it's high volume or low volume. Low volume, they have maybe fewer choices, fewer homes to choose from, but it's a balanced market. Anywhere you see in the Cromford report yellow, it's an indicator of a balanced market. Green in the Cromford report always favors sellers. So you can see right now our market index is at 254.9, very high number favoring sellers. And red indicates good for buyers. So if the index were under 90, it would be a buyer's market. In a seller's market like we have today, it's when supply is lower than demand. And you can see in our supply index, we're at 42. That means we're 58% below a normal level of supply for this time of year. And our demand index is in a normal balanced range at 107, but as long as demand is higher than supply, we'll be in a seller's market. And in a seller's market, prices tend to rise faster. Sellers give fewer concessions to buyers because there's more buyers out there. It's when staging companies really suffer. We don't need all the bells and whistles to sell a house. And FSBOs do really well in a seller's market. And typically we see sellers' options increase as well in a seller's market. We see companies pop up, the low-cost brokerages pop up in a seller's market thinking, oh, it's easy to sell a house. Put up a sign and we're going to sell it. So people miss out on the full representation that you get with a full-time professional realtor. So that's the seller's market. In a buyer's market, when we do have high supply and low demand, prices can decrease. They don't have to. We see sellers getting more concessions. That's when staging companies and third-party tools to help you market and sell your properties are much more valuable. So that's the basics of the Cromford Index. It's an indicator of the difference between supply and demand. One thing to know about the Cromford Index is it is a leading indicator of appreciation. And what that means is when the Cromford Index goes up, within a 3 to 6 month period after the increase, we'll see an increase in appreciation. There's a chart in the report, recently added under the Cromford Index versus appreciation. The black line shows the Cromford Index over time. The blue lines are the rate of appreciation. So when the Cromford Index goes up, we see appreciation begin to go up within 3 to 6 months. When the Cromford Index goes down, we begin to see appreciation drop, the rate of appreciation. It doesn't mean prices are going to drop, as they did here in 2007, 2008, 9, 10, which was a unique situation. But sometimes the drop will just slow down the rate of appreciation. You can see in the last year we've had this huge growth. Then we had coronavirus hit. So we should be seeing an increase in appreciation over the next 3 to 6 months. Prices go up. When the market is a stronger seller's market, it forces prices up faster than normal. One last chart that's important in the Cromford Index is the supply index versus the demand index. This shows the difference between the two. When the green is over the red, the demand is stronger than supply. That is a seller's market. When the supply is over the green is when we're in a balanced market. And in areas here like 2010, a little bit in 2014, we're in a balanced market. That means that neither buyer or seller has an advantage. If the green line is over the 100 mark, we probably have a higher volume of business. And if it's below the 100, we have a lower volume of business. So volume right now is pretty good. As these numbers move closer, it becomes a more balanced market. So this chart is the one to watch. Back in the end of 2018, early 2019, we started to see these numbers coming together, and we thought, oh, the market's shifting. We're getting closer to that balanced market. And then interest rates dropped again, and boom, we've taken off into a stronger market. There was the coronavirus hit, slowed the market down, and we've had a very quick rebound. So these charts together give you a good sense of the market, and it helps you understand pricing, how to price a listing in this market. It just gives you a sense of where we are, who has the advantage. In a strong seller's market, you might be able to push pricing and make more money for your seller. Buyers can't be as picky. Buyers have to make close to full price offers or are dealing with multiple offer situations. In a buyer's market, sellers have to be a little more conservative on their pricing. It's harder to push the market unless you have a very unique property, and they may need to spend more money to market and get it out to the buyers. So that's the Cromford Market Index. That's how it works, and you can use it in your business to really understand the kind of market you're operating in. Hope that helps. Again, this is Butch Lieber. I am, in addition to being a real estate agent and associate broker, I'm also a business coach. I work with realtors and other business professionals to help them be successful and focus on what's important to them. Draw Door Business Coaching, the name comes from the movie Beetlejuice, where there's a scene when the characters are stuck in the attic and the handbook says, in case of emergency, draw a door. So they drew a door on the brick wall and the wall opened into a new world. So the opportunity for realtors is when you're feeling stuck, when you're looking to create new opportunities, sometimes it takes an outside ear to help you see those. And I'm available for that. Give me a call. My information's on the screen. Thanks for watching. Hope this was useful for you. And we'll see you next time in the Cromford Video Training Series.